Let's build a file system MCP agent in Python using GPT 4.1, allowing you to chat with files in a directory on your machine. To build the agent, we are going to use the OpenAI Agents SDK, so you should install it with pip install OpenAI Agents. We will also interact with the agent through a Streamlit interface, so you should install Streamlit as well. As I told you before, the underlying model will be GPT 4.1. This was just released by OpenAI, consisting of a family of models, GPT 4.1, 4.1 mini, and 4.1 nano. So this series of models are great for coding, long context, and instruction following. Over here, they have different benchmarks and comparison with other OpenAI models. To provide the MCP functionality, we are going to use file system MCP server on GitHub. I will add a link to this server in the description of the video. Using this MCP server, you can read and write files in a directory. You can create, list, and delete directories. You can move files and directories, search for files, and more. So as I showed previously, in this example, we have these sample files. We are going to use the agent to chat with these files. They are files about Apple's WWDC annual event. So let's jump to Cursor. Over here, I have created a file for this and added the following imports. Since we are using the OpenAI Agents SDK, we import agent from agents and runner. I have also enabled tracing, so I added this as well. We also import MCP server from agents.mcp. Over here, we create sample files for demonstration if they do not exist, using Streamlit. Then using a runner class, we create an event loop to run the code in Streamlit. Next, we define a query function and configure the MCP server by specifying the name of the server and these parameters. The required parameters are command and arguments, so we have the command as mpx. For the argument, we specify the file system MCP server on GitHub and the directory containing your sample files. If I go to the Files and Folders Explorer, you have noticed here we have the sample files directory that consists of text files and markdown files. The next thing we need to do is to create the agent using the OpenAI Agents SDK. To create an agent with the SDK, we use the agents class by specifying all these parameters: the name of the agent, the model we want to use. Aside from using GPT 4.1, we can use 4.1 nano or mini or any other supported OpenAI model. Next, we trace the agent runs so that we can monitor the performance of the LLM we specified for the agent. The next part of the code is the Streamlit UI. So over here, since we are creating a web app, we set the title of the page as well as its description. Then we add a text area for users to enter their prompt and also a button to submit the prompt. The next part of the code creates a sidebar for sample queries. So in total, we have 3 sample queries. To try this code yourself, you will find a GitHub link in the description of the video. So let's run it by pressing Ctrl and backtick to bring the terminal. To run a Streamlit app, you should use the command streamlit run followed by the file name. So I will press the return key. That launches the Streamlit app in the browser. And over here, we have a text area to enter any prompt. So I'll ask about my favorite activities and submit it. So it went through the activities files in the directory we specified and gave a response. To confirm that, let's go to the local directory. Over here, I will open this file. You have noticed these are the activities. I also added another activities in this file as well. Also, we can list all the files in the directory. So over here, we have 5 files. You have noticed all have been listed here. Lastly, I want to show my predictions. So it will go through the prediction file and give its response. Let's check that in the directory as well. So we have predictions.md. So this is how to build an MCP agent in Python using GPT 4.1 and the OpenAI Agents SDK.